Hi there! I am back with another Halloween look, and today I want to do Annabelle. I don't know, I just felt like doing a horror movie character, and Annabelle seemed appropriate, I think. It's just what inspired me today, so let's get into it. First I will attempt to block my brows. People do this step usually using kids glue, like paper glue. I don't have paper glue, but I will use my usual brow gel, and hopefully that will be enough. I have this got to be glued gel from Schwarzkopf that I use on my regular days, not just my Halloween days. So I will stick the brows to my face first, and then I will attempt to conceal them. I will apply a little bit more than usual because they really have to be stuck. I want to draw those doll-like brows above my natural ones. After the gel had about a minute to sit, I will comb them and flatten them on my skin. And I will use my finger to flatten them on my skin. I'm gonna use a pot concealer because this is thicker than a liquid concealer, obviously. And hopefully it's going to help me cover the brows. I'm gonna use a flat concealer brush. I've always had an issue with covering my brows. I think I desperately need glue, but I just avoid getting it. I'm gonna use pressed powder to set them, and hopefully it will help me cover up a bit more. And I'm gonna press it on my brows. I think this is close enough. Anyways, I'm gonna apply foundation too, so they might get covered even more. I think this is the lightest color foundation that I own, the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation, the shade F2. It's this one right here. I think it could do the job. I'm gonna let my bangs down so the forehead doesn't matter that much. And I'll be using the same sponge and blend it out. This is almost my shade. Hey, am I that pale? I don't think I'm gonna apply concealer, obviously. Dark circles are a part of the look, so I'm just gonna apply foundation all over to serve as a base. I'm gonna have to apply some of this on my neck too. I'm gonna use that compact powder all over my face so I can draw on top and really be able to blend things out, so nothing will cling to my foundation. I have a black eye pencil here and I'm gonna use it to sketch out everything. First of all, I want to make my eyes look a little bit bigger and even rounder than they are. So I'm gonna follow the direction of my eye bag, and this is basically where my eye will end. I'm gonna do the inside of the eye bag white so it looks like my eye is bigger. My girl, she has deep set eyes, so I will pretend that I have a new crease right where my brow is at the moment. Because of that deep set shape, there's going to be a lot of darkness around my eyes. This is just a sketch. I'm not going to press too hard because I will want to blend this out. This is not going to stay a sharp line as it is right now. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm placing everything in the look. So all of this area will be darkness, and then there's the new brow, which is going to be just a thin line about here, trying to make them symmetrical. I mean, they're pretty symmetrical. I think they are as symmetrical as my natural brows are, so it's fine. What's the most prominent feature on Annabelle's face is the smile lines. So they are very accentuated like that. So she has those big cheekbones and then the smile lines going underneath those. Let me just follow my natural ones so I have a little bit of guidance. And the nose is going to be a little bit more lifted. And then there is that sharp chin that she has. The last thing is going to be the corner of the lip that goes down like that. Now we can start doing the shadow work. For the shadows, I will use the Warrior 2 by Juvia's Place because it has this cool toned eyeshadow especially, but it also has a grey and a white and a black, so it's very suitable, and they're all matte. I have here my Morphe M507 brush. Let me build up from the lightest shade first because I'm a coward. So starting with the smile lines and then continuing like that to accentuate the cheekbone. This is such a nice color for shadows. We're going to do all the shadows, including my nose. So again, it has to be really lifted. I'm contouring underneath and connecting to my new crease here. Let me just fade this line a bit. So this is kind of like a transition shade almost. Adding a little bit of shadow on the chin. If you have a cool tone contour powder, I feel like that could also work if you don't have an eyeshadow like this. For gray eyeshadow like these, you can always mix a white and a black eyeshadow. This is not completely gray though, it has a little bit of skin tone color in it. A little bit of shadow inside of this smile mark, I think. I'm gonna take the dark gray next, and I will use it inside this eye socket. I'm gonna follow from here where my new crease should be, and I'm gonna go down like that. Just fill in this entire under eye part. I'm gonna apply this all over my lid as well. Again, Annabelle loves her smoky eye makeup style, and finishing up in the outer corner. This is going to look even more dramatic when we're going to add the white underneath the eyes. I'm gonna save it for a little bit later though, because it might crease, because I have these fine lines underneath my eyes here. I'm gonna use a tiny bit of that underneath here to accentuate the shadow. I'm trying to use just the tip of the brush. And the smile line as well. Accentuating the smile line as well. And then I'm going to use the black to accentuate even more, but I'm going to use a very tiny brush. This is a Morphe M149, especially the smile lines, and I'm going to use it to blur out this pencil. But I'm going to need that dark gray to blend it out a bit, because right now it's a bit too noticeable. Anyways, I'm going to continue with the black. Back to the gray. We're going to blend a bit more, especially these lines. Just gonna use it to soften the lines a little bit. I'm gonna use liquid eyeliner for the brows. This one is from NYX. Obviously you can use whatever you have. I just want to accentuate them a bit more. I'm gonna have to see what I can do about this nose contour though. Let me just fade it a bit. At this point I'm confused on what I should do next, so let's apply blush. I'm gonna use this one from Essence. It's the Matte Touch blush in the shade Pink Me Up. I'm gonna use a denser brush than I would normally use for blush, because I want it to be very concentrated and very pink. I'm not gonna apply it higher like I usually do, it's just gonna be on the apples of my cheeks. This blush is so pigmented, dude, even for Annabelle. I'm gonna do the white underneath my eyes because I need to have some clarity on what I'm doing, because right now I cannot see where this is going. I'm just using a white eye pencil and I'm applying it on my waterline as well. I'm gonna use it here as a little bit of highlight on my nose. Oh, you know what else I needed to do? I want to accentuate my cupid's bow a little bit. I'm just using whatever is left on this brush to add a little bit of a shadow here. Okay, that works for me. So I'm gonna use the white pencil to highlight. Then I want to do some more highlighting, a little bit here, a little bit here, and a little bit here. Let's see that this is the highest point of my cheek. I'm gonna take the liquid liner again. I'm gonna use it to define the underneath of the eye. Also, I think I'm gonna draw some lashes here. You can apply false lashes as well if you want to. just stick them upside down on your skin here. I'm applying some mascara from Essence before jumping into false lashes. I apply false lashes off camera. This is my biggest makeup struggle. I can't do it on camera. I barely can do it off camera. I messed it up a little bit, but the look is messy, so I think I have a little too much space on my jawline here because my jawline is pretty wide. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw one more wrinkle. I'm not going to accentuate it that much. I'm gonna use that gray shade again. Not really gray, but that shade that resembles a contour shade. For the lips I want to do an ombre look, so I'm gonna outline a bit with black and then do red inside of the lip. I need an accentuated cupid's bow. Especially on the sides I want to do black and then red in the center. I'm gonna use the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink Liquid Lipstick in the shade Pioneer. I'm gonna use the black pencil again a bit because I covered it up. So this is the look all complete. I hope you like how it came out. If like is a suitable word for what's going on here. Have you decided what you're going to be dressed up as on Halloween? If you did, I want to hear your ideas in the comments below. Anyways, I hope you're having a very beautiful day and sleep tight. Okay, I'm sorry for that. Bye.